Coach. Thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Green 18. Let's go. Two times. Here, Mike. Four down. Check. Hey, watch the edge. Green 18,
now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 54. Hey, get in the weight room. Kill.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try the right side with Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Let's go, D, let's go.
We saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Rodgers pass. Complete to the
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
A gain on the play. First down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
From the shotgun, give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down movement.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Mike.
Hey, Orbit. I'm here all day.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Check the backer.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line.
Alert, alert. 3 down. Check. Fresno.
Easy.
54.
Man out.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's
50.
Mike's 5-4.
You mean I did that?
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Slam.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal.
54.
Go.
He's going to get it running right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Bravo.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
6-0 our score after 1.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Let's go, baby.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Go. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check 30.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll get 34 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
Let's go,
so
baby.
He was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
We are going.
He's checking Craig.
Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
36, 36.
6-6. Pull it high.
Kill.
Now a run with Cook.
Run.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
Man, that's trash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try.
Army. Check.
Gun.
Mike's 42. Mike,
They're going to keep it on the ground.
Here we go.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not good there. He started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the two-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
26-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
All day, baby, all day.
Hey, 88.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. 3 buzz.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Gun. Motion.
Cook. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Say hi. 180.
Mike 51.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Check 3.
3rd and long for Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
And 10 at their 48-yard line.
And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That's baby shot.
Rodgers now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Let's go.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here.
Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
You know why this team showed up?
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Jump out. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day.
Rodgers going to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Adams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Packers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Watch the pass.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I'm here all day.
Here's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Watch the run. Switch. He's checking.
382, last 50.
Crash.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
Third quarter and you got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the Packers 27.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
All you get is a headache. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
To Hunt. 180.
51's the Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Lid 50. Hey, flipper.
Watch the shit. Check.
Wide.
Check.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
That's it, huh? Good work, boy.
Adam Thielen His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try.
QB, come on.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line. And the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because you always have that being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
56. Mike,
hey, Delta.
Right there, 56. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Blue Dan.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Ringo.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the backer.
Gun.
Win the rep. Let's go right here.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's
been a long day for you. 6 guys.
Two.
Check 26.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Oh, yeah. And a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. His defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Three buzz. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch the
Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way up to the 49. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
18.
Mike 54.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Get ready. 42.
Here the Vikings now to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Again, it's Cook. Pushes him over. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. And we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle. And, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
51.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Your Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Big edge.
Hey, yo.
Sponge.
Go.
Working out of the gun. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Now, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That's one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that doesn't happen to your team again. They got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
54, right there.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers.
Here I come.
He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Eighth catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Come out! You better be afraid of me.
Rodgers now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Boom! So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
6 man.
Back to throw. Rodgers. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Smooth. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
All right. Hey, flex. No. Hey, let's get this.
Now Rodgers throwing on 3rd and long. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Show an 8. Show an 8.
300.
Watch the edge. Back, back, back.
Topper, topper.
Shift. Out.
Gun.
Motion.
Where's the hot?
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down 2nd and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch the pass.
Here we go, 48.
Check safety. Watch twist. Twist. You go tight. You got tight right there. Check 43.
They run, Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way.
It could be a house call. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Check 31.
They'll run with Cook. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Check 50.
Lucky 48. Yellow.
Mike's 42. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you?
Two.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
What's that?
Cousins here to throw. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Vikings 34, Packers nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Minnesota, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.